everyone and welcome to my channel. And a special thank you to all of my new subscribers. I'm almost at 100 subscribers, so thank you everybody. If you're new here, or for anybody returning, I upload videos every Tuesday. This week's video will be a wardrobe post. In the Lolita fashion community, January is wardrobe post month. The main forum for Lolitas in the past was the EGL Live Journal community. And every January, everyone would post pictures of all of the dresses they owned and other Lolita-related items. This year, for the first time ever, I have decided to post my wardrobe. In addition to pictures, I have also put together a video of all of my dresses. This year, I've decided to focus mainly on dresses. I also have my shoes and my accessories. I'll give you a sneak peek of those, but there's a lot of stuff in my wardrobe, so for now we're just going to stick with the main pieces. I've decided to show you my wardrobe in a narrative style, starting from my first JSK to my latest purchase. I hope you enjoy a sneak peek into my wardrobe. This is my first Lolita dress. It's from Metamorphose, and I got it in the winter 2011 Lucky Pack. It was called the Sherlock dress by people who got it because of the kind of tweed print on it. The bows have clips on them so you can rearrange their placement, and it's just a really great simple dress. This skirt was my first attempt at sewing. It is a fully elasticated rectangle skirt with 3 tiers of ruffles on the bottom. It needs to be ironed or just worn with a petticoat, but it was this beautiful charcoal gray fabric with a nice texture to it. And it's not the best quality of seamstressing, but I learned a lot trying to make this skirt, and if worn properly it still doesn't look half bad. My next dress was handmade. I bought the fabric at Joann's, and I used a simplicity bodice and a rectangle skirt. I added some lace on the bottom, but mostly just kept it simple. I still love the fabric on this dress, and I wear this one casually sometimes too. In the summer of 2013, I visited San Francisco, so I ended up going to the Baby the Star Shine Bright store. I wanted to get an Alice and the Pirates dress, but they didn't end up having the one I wanted. So I found this beautiful garden print, the antique rose garden dress in gray, and I thought the print on it was so lovely, so I ended up buying it with a matching blouse. I knew from the beginning that I was interested in classic Lolita the most. Later that summer, I decided to look at the Innocent World summer sale, and I ended up getting 2 dresses. The Ladder Lace Flare OP in navy, which is a great basic OP. This JSK is a nice darker gray, not quite black, with this beautiful cross-grain ribbon detail on the bodice and at the bottom. The lighting in here makes the ribbon look a little odd in color, but it is a consistent gray color. Also that summer, at a swap meet at Conventon, someone had JSK from Angelic Pretty, and it wasn't quite my style, but it was just so gorgeous with all the lace detail and the ribbon, and I couldn't pass it up because it was a great price. So this is from Angelic Pretty, the Angelic Pretty Velveteen Shoulder Ribbon JSK. I don't remember when I got this dress, which is Alice and the Pirates Relief OP. It must have been sometime in 2013 or 2014 because I got it off of EGL Com sales when I was first-ish starting Lolita and still checked that pretty regularly. And I just thought it was beautiful and I got a really good deal on it. And I'm still so happy with this dress. That old school Alice and the Pirates style. The chiffon sleeves has this little shimmery polka dot. It's got a nice little elastic with ribbon at the end of the sleeves and some lace. And the print is beautiful, of course, along those kind of steampunk Victorian lines with the keys and the fleur-de-lis. It's just very beautiful. The front opens up to some more of that chiffon fabric ruffled up. I've gotten a lot of good cords out of this dress. In early 2014, I newly released the Ball of Starlight JSK. And I had admired a lot of her work before, but I just thought this was so unique and gorgeous with a bold print for the bodice and then a simpler print for the skirt. And also the long asymmetric skirt was so beautiful. And this print is great because I've been able to wear it to non-Lolita events as a formal dress. This was my third Handmade JSK, and it's my favorite that I've made. I found this fabric at a small fabric store in Vermont. Based the design off of a Alice and the Pirates or Baby the Stars Shine Bright JSK with Romeo and Juliet. I forget the name of the print, but it had the beautiful bows in the center of the bodice. So I copied that design for this dress. I added a nice lace and ruffle detail to the bodice, and then an open panel in the front with more of that lace and a ruffle on the bottom. I was really happy with how this dress came out. I got this skirt at the first RuffleCon in the fall of 2014. It is from Anne Chantilly. It is the Little Briar Rose skirt. And I modeled for Anne Chantilly. I didn't model this piece, but I thought that this one was so gorgeous with the beautiful rose details, the little book with the name of the print on it, and this beautiful castle on the side. It's a fully elasticated skirt, and I think it's a sample piece because it is unlined, but it's got a lovely lace along the bottom. Next up is the Innocent World Pietro Angel JSK, which I got from a friend at a swap meet at Anime Boston in 2014. She had gotten it in an Innocent World Lucky Pack, and I just thought that the print was really cute and pretty, nice and gothic. It has kind of an underbust cut to it, but it's a very classic piece, which can also be styled gothically. Also in early 2014, I went to TempleCon and I decided to make a steampunk styled high-waist skirt for that convention. I added the button detailing and a nice chiffon ruffle. I continued that chiffon ruffle as well as a ruffle in the same fabric along the hemline, and I just really love this kind of scrawling gold print along the black background. around. Sometime in 2014 or 2015, I discovered the brand Long Ears and Sharp Ears, and their sister brand is Pink Up. And this was the first dress I got from them, which is the Eternal Pendulum JSK. And given my steampunk inclinations, I thought this was just gorgeous. It has a grandfather clock style with the clock and the pendulum swinging below. And I was very happy with the kind of silky texture of the fabric, the ruffle, the chiffon ruffle here, which I believe gave me the idea for the chiffon ruffle on my steampunk skirt. My big purchase of 2015 was the Antoinette Fleur OP by Mary Magdalene. That year I was thinking about putting in a big Taobao order to help out my wardrobe a bit, but then the reservation for this dress came up and I could not say no. This dress is gorgeous. This is everything that I love about Lolita. It has beautiful lace. It has a beautiful print. The lovely little princess type sleeves. The ruffles all down the open front. The double tiers of ruffles on the bottom. It is just a sublimely gorgeous dress. I got the Innocent World's Bouquet Doll OP at RuffleCon 2015 because it was on sale in the consignment room for $50. So I just couldn't pass it up. It's a pretty simple OP, but it's quite versatile. It's got a beautiful kind of striped print with flowers and that open front, which I love, and ruffle and pin tuck details. The front has 3 removable bows and the Peter Pan collar, and it's nice because these chiffon sleeves with the bills on the end are detachable, so it is good for both summer and winter. This is the Putumayo Classical Time OP, which I also got at RuffleCon 2015. And I consider this my first real gothic piece. I had gotten darker dresses before, but they could be used in classic coordinates. But this piece is most assuredly gothic, and I fell in love with it. It has some Alice imagery with clocks and the rabbits. It comes with an optional cincher, which makes it look really cute and kind of tight at the waist, or gray ribbon to put around the waist. It is versatile and super comfy. It's a cut-sew-like material. The front has this mesh layer, which can be cinched up with these ribbons. Just a great, comfy, gothic piece. Next up is Long Ears and Sharp Ears Museum of Fairy OP, which satisfies my love of steampunk and Victorian themes. It has their signature bunny and cat looking terrifically steampunk. It's got a lovely big clock right in the middle. I love my clocks. The top is so Victorian with the ruffle chiffon collar and blouse detailing and the steampunky buttons. The chiffon sleeves and in these tight long cuffs with the buttons right up the side, and it is just super lovely. There's so many fun details in the skirt. And this was actually my first border print dress, if you can believe it. It took me until 2016 to actually get a dress that had a border print on it. In the summer of 2016, I visited San Francisco again and went to the baby store again and got this Alice and the Pirates JSK, which is called Alice and the Mechanical Wonder Time Travel JSK 2. So I saw this JSK for the first time actually at the Baby the Star Shine Bright store in New York City, and I thought it was really beautiful. I love Alice, I love clocks, I love steampunk, but at the time I decided not to buy it. However, I saw this again a couple months later in San Francisco, and it just seemed like fate that I needed to buy it if it was still available there, especially with all its beautiful details, and I was on vacation, so I went for it. And if you haven't noticed, I do have a theme of steampunk and clocks. This is a handmade blouse, skirt, and overskirt set that I made for RuffleCon 2016 to enter the Handmade contest. This is the only blouse I'm going to show because it was part of this set. It's the only blouse I've ever handmade. But I took the pattern from Otome no Sewing, number 6 I think. So the overskirt is high-waisted and open in the front. So normally the underskirt would be peeking out in this middle area. It has a nice ruffle along the edge with lace and ribbon bow detailing and some lace and ribbon corset lacing. So I was very happy with this fabric flower detail on it. And then the underskirt is made of the same material as the blouse. It's just an elastic skirt, super full, and it has several layers of pin tucks and ruffles and lace. The lace looks a little odd on the camera because I dyed it, and there's 2 shades of blue there because I ran out of lace when I was doing this because it is such a huge skirt. It's so big I can wear it without a petticoat, and it looks like I have a petticoat on. At RuffleCon 2016, I purchased this velvet dress from Redfield Design. She is a steampunk couture. She sometimes does Lolita inspired clothing. So it's got lovely pin tucks and buttons up the front, these huge mutton chop sleeves with the long cuff and pearl buttons down the side. The velvet is super worn. I've worn this dress to the ice castles with just an undershirt and did not need a coat. So this is a great winter dress. This dress came with a matching hat, and like I said, if you'd like to see my collection, of which I have at least 10 more, I don't know how many hats I have. If you'd like to see that, let me know in the comments, and I can do a future video on my hat collection. Also at RuffleCon 2016, I modeled for Putumayo, and I wore this coat over a black skirt for them. And this was, again, not something I would ever see myself buying if I hadn't worn it for several hours and just fallen in love with it. So the hood has a fake fur lining with these adorable kitty ears, and it's got this pinstriped fabric, which is hard to tell on video, but it's almost like a cat, a short-haired cat fur texture. It doesn't feel like fur, but it's just got that kind of fuzziness to it that I think is really cute and adds to the cat theme. Nice little ruffle along the bottom, and then cat ear toggles all up the front. There's also cat ear toggles at the ends of the sleeves. At the end of 2016, I got the Thorn Castle JSK. I was in love with this dress. I saw it originally at RuffleCon in 2014, and they didn't release it until 2016. I waited all of that time to get this dress because I was so in love with the print. The bodice has some lovely gold lace detailing and a crisscross ribbon with lace in the front. The red bow I got extra. And of course the main event here is this gorgeous gate print with the stunning red roses along the bottom. There's thorns amongst the roses. There's a lot of color texture going on in here as well. And then our friends, the Bunny and Kitty, make their appearances as handsome orgies amongst the gates. I was very good in 2017 and didn't buy anything until my trip to Japan because I wanted to save up all of my money to buy everything in Japan. And I did. I bought 3 main pieces while I was in Japan, not to mention a bunch of just J fashion stuff in general. For main pieces, the first was the classic ribbon frame Bustle JSK from Metamorphose, which, of course, has keys in frames and crowns and fleur-de-lis and is beautiful. The bottom has some lovely meta themed lace and chiffon ruffles. The front has this beautiful bow with these diamond danglies, and then there's the gorgeous frame in the middle of the bust with the chiffon, and the back has a black chiffon layered bustle. So it is all kinds of gorgeous. The next dress I bought in Japan was the Innocent World Pure Rose Apron JSK. So it is gorgeous. It was on sale for the Innocent World summer sale. It's got beautiful blue flowers, a chiffon ruffle under the skirt, and an apron bodice with chiffon ruffles along the edges and this most adorable chiffon bow. The back is just a crisscross, and so it's open and it looks so cute and precious. The final piece that I bought in Japan is this beautiful monstrosity of old school amazingness. It is the Gobelin Print Princess OP, also from Meta, and also purchased at Closet Child. It has the princess sleeves with the crazy lace detailing. It has crazy lace detailing everywhere. It has little ribbons over the lace. It has the original Gobelin print with the beautiful blue and purple flowers. It is amazing. It is heavy. I put this in my carry-on so my luggage wouldn't be overweight because I bought it on our second to last day. It has a tulle lining so that it is extra floofy. and I love it. The final piece in my 2018 wardrobe is this Alice and the Pirates coat, which I just received in the mail on Friday, so 3 days ago. I've been looking for a Lolita coat for a while. I didn't want to spend too much, so I'd been looking secondhand, and I had been looking at black coats, but with all of my wardrobe I thought either white or brown might fit better. And when I saw this coat on Lace Market, I had to have it. It is perfect. The fake fur collar with the ribbon closure and the matching fur cuffs and hem are wonderful details for a mostly simple ivory coat. There's some pockets, there's some lace detailing. The back has the requisite gigantic bow, which is thankfully removable because, as I found out after wearing it to a meet this past weekend, it's difficult to sit back with that bow. To showcase some things that I could go over in a future video, this is my necklace collection. I have a lot of necklaces. I'd say about a third of them are key necklaces. Here's a purse and some hair accessories, more purses, and a sneak peek at some of my Lolita shoes. Overall, I am very happy with my wardrobe. I am obviously a classic Lolita, though I do dabble in gothic Lolita, and I am very influenced by steampunk and Victorian motifs, as well as a love for floral prints. So I hope you enjoyed this tour of my Lolita wardrobe. If you are interested in seeing the other parts of my Lolita wardrobe, such as shoes or accessories or hats, I have a very large hat collection, please let me know and I'll work on that for a future video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Click that like button if you liked it, or leave a comment about what you thought. And subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you to my little helper Kaya, who did not help at all. But she looked cute. Hey Kaya! You're cute, huh?